Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to continue more of our expansion of the refined storage, and we're going to work on autocrafting today. Alright, so since we have this lovely power, and it even lasts through the night, so if I work during the night, I should be okay, because if you look, in each one of these banks, it holds up to 425,000 RF, and right now it's generating none, but that bank, that storage bank of RF is quite large, and this even has a storage bank of 32,000 redstone flux, or RS, which stands for, I'm assuming, the storage system. So, a few things we're going to need. Let's take a look at refined storage. And the thing we are going to want to work with is the crafter, which is pretty simple to make. We're going to need a pattern grid. And then eventually we are going to get into the process pattern encoder. Processing pattern encoder, yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started in making those things. So to get the crafter, I don't know if I have all the items. It looks like I don't. We're going to need advanced processor. We got printed silicon. Pretty sure we got all the stuff. Printed silicon, we got, I don't know if we're going to need this, but I'm going to go ahead and grab it all anyways. I'm going to grab this, and it looks like we're going to, of course, need a couple of glowstone. We're going to need some redstone. This is to make the construction core and destruction core. Pretty sure that we can make those. I think we have them. Okay, no we don't. Alright, so we got that done. Alright, let's go ahead and throw the stuff we need. I think we're going to need 2 of these to make the construction and deconstruction core. And let's take a look at what we're going to need for the pattern grid. We're going to need a blank pattern. We're going to need a regular grid, and we're going to need an advanced processor. To make the regular grid, we need construction cores and deconstruction cores. So we're actually going to need 2 more of these, more redstone, and 2 more of these. Awesome. So this should give us enough stuff. And then the other things we're going to need is improved processors, which is the gold in the processor. So once this finishes, which is not taking too long, we should be good. And then we're also going to need 2 of the diamond processors. So let's go ahead and find out that. 2 diamond. Pretty sure I have the diamond in here. There we go. And I don't think I have the actual diamond pieces, so I'll have to make them. This is for me working with a future episode. We're going to work on how to move these, mess with creating more advanced crops. We're going to definitely need to work on that. All right, so that is done. We'll go ahead and get these 2 out of here. We'll place. Actually, we're going to work on this one first. We need some more redstone. This is pretty tedious at first, but believe me, it will become a lot easier once we get this auto-crafting situation set up. And I think I'm going to use the auto-crafting right away to start automating this solderer. Alright, so the next thing we might want to take a look at is these cables, which is pretty simple to make as well. And then the exporter, because we're going to have to export items out of our solderer back into our network. And to do that, we need to use an exporter. Or we could, I think you can pull items out of here without an exporter and use, say you want to use these transfer nodes. If you wanted to do that, that's probably a possibility, but you'll have to make a interface, which still requires an exporter and importer. Alright, so these improved processors are now done. And let's take a look real quick. So the crafting, we're going to need the advanced processors. Let's go ahead and get those things in there. bottom, and we're gonna need, of course, redstone. Keep forgetting. I should probably just leave this printed silicon down there. Alright, so we're getting this going. I think the first thing I'm going to automate is the solderer. I know I said that, but I really need to get that automated. And we might, I don't know, we may need to, this will just be early on because these are going to get moved. They have to be moved. They cannot stay here. I built this building over here, kind of had house some of our technical mods. But it's so far away that I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be expanding everywhere, but when we get flight, it's going to make it a lot easier to use that building. I just want power to be in a central area. Alright, these should be done. Now we should be able to craft this pattern grid. We need a pattern. And then we're going to need the pattern grid. Do the advanced processor. It's going to need, so we're going to need another advanced processor, actually. A diamond. Oh, we gotta cook the diamond. Almost forgot about that. Gotta put the redstone in there. I think we can go ahead and make the parts for the pattern grid, though. I think what we're missing. We're missing the destruction pattern grid. We're missing the construction. Tiny pile of glowstone. That's for circuit maker. And we're gonna need Deconstruction Core. Got all these cores. Wish they looked a little bit different. But that's okay. Pattern grid. And I think we're going to need a machine block. Crafting grid. Back again. Grid. Alright, so we have one grid. Now we just need this processor. That should cook up really fast. While we're working on that, I think we can get the crafter built. Looks like it even requires... Okay, so we have the two. We're going to need a construction core, which we have. And we're going to need the destruction core. We have. Okay. So what are we missing? Oh, we're missing the machine casing, of course. And it looks like we're a little low on this, so that's fine. Make the 3 iron. Will give us that. And we now have a machine casing. And we can start making the crafter once we get enough of this. Let's see. Just like so. Bam. Throw that back in there. Let's get that crafting grid going. Right. Now we have a crafter made. I just need to get a processor out of here. We can make the crafting, or the pattern processor. Or pattern grid. We have the pattern grid. Perfect. Let's place that pattern grid on top of our other grid. And we'll take this crafter, place it on top of here. But you see it's not turned the right direction. So that's what we have this wrench for. And the wrench is a part of this mod, and you can make it. You hold shift. When you do, you want it facing down towards the block that you want it going, or want it to be connected to. I'll have it connected to the solderer. Alright, so let's get this through. Alright, we're also going to need a exporter, which we're going to need a construction and an improved processor. So we're going to need these cables. 12 is plenty. Let's see, the constructor and deconstructor need the externals, or we need the exporter. There we go. So we need a construction core. Don't think we have the basic one, but we do have this. We'll go ahead and get that done. Now, this is what's going to make this a lot faster. Once I have this automated, improving on our storage system will it'll make things a lot faster. As long as we get some auto-crafting. I guess while we wait, we can work on getting some patterns. We're going to be running short on these quartz enriched, which is fine. Just go ahead and make some. Throw that in there. I got a bunch of quartz I can make, so we'll just go ahead and get a bunch of these. We'll give it a suit. So what are we missing? We're missing our redstone. Throw that in there. Perfect. Now we have 20. That's plenty right now. Fortunately, we've used all of our redstone, but I have some chickens over there making some redstone. Right, so we're almost done. We got our pattern made. Now we just need to start making patterns. And of course, we need the exporter, which we should have right here. Basic processor. Actually, make the exporter. I think we have everything for that, but we don't have that basic. Exporter keeps moving away. Perfect. Exporter. Alright, so now we have an exporter. And what I want to do is hook the exporter. I think I can hook the exporter to the back here. And just run some of this cable. I think maybe going even back into the autocrafter might work. Yeah, it might. We'll try it. Just as long as it touches the system, I think. Alright, so we can start making some crafting. You just put your patterns in here, and I want to automate the printed basic processor. Or sorry, the basic processor, which is this right here. So to make those processing things, we're going to need this machine. So let's go ahead with this. Well, let me go over the other one first. Okay. So to make a regular crafting pattern, say we want this like this to turn into sticks. We make that pattern. It's going to make 4 sticks. If we open this up, place it in here, we can look inside, and we can go under the section right here that says sticks and click craft. And if you click, I want to craft 4 sticks, it's going to start. It's saying missing 2 oak. Well, if you look, and I place my oak in here, now I should be able to craft it. Alright, so it's going to craft 4 sticks. And I hit start. I have 4 sticks. Pretty simple. Alright, so our next step is going to be making this processing pattern encoder, which I think doesn't require any kind of special stuff. Doesn't require the power, I don't think. But it does require these and a machine casing. And we're also going to need some more of this stuff. Or the enriched iron. Perfect. And let's go ahead and get our, what was it we were needing? Crafting patterns. We just need 2. And we should be able to make this thing. Perfect. I will place this thing right here for now. And as you can see, it has a processing pattern encoder set up, and we can have a crafting grid over here and over here. Basically what we're saying is whatever we put here will turn out to be this whenever it's done. This is where we're going to put our patterns for now. Let's go ahead and, oh, I shift clicked them into the inventory, I think. Alright, we'll place these up here. And I'm going to say, make a basic processor. Alright, so that's done. There's one of our patterns. I'm going to say, make an improved processor. There's another one. I'm going to make a diamond one. And then our processors are pretty much covered for now. How to make a construction core. Let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to make a deconstruction core. Alright, so we have a few patterns. And we're going to place them into this crafter. What I'm going to do is make sure I have enough gold. Because I don't have this furnace set up to auto smelt these, but you can do it the same way. You just use the crafter and on top of this, and it will put the items in, and then you have an exporter on the back that will suck your items out. The done items. So we should have 3 of those, so I know that we have enough. Alright, if we look, we'll be able to craft this. So we craft 1, let's start. It's saying it's missing redstone. Alright, so we're actually out of redstone, but I'm going to show you over here. I've been working with chickens. And there we go. I'm actually right now working with MSU Dog. He is a fellow YouTuber. I'll link his channel down below. I actually got done recording an episode that's going to be out in a few days, I think. And he is having me cover hatchery for him. I hope you guys are ready for that. The episode we didn't get very far, but we got a crop grown so we can start getting some hay and doing some of that good stuff. So you can see I did get some redstone from those chickens, which is quite nice because redstone's pretty important. And we can click start, and if it does work like it's supposed to, it should put it in here. This should, like it already put it in here, but I'm hoping the exporter actually pulls it out like it's supposed to. It's the only thing I haven't really experimented with. I just assume that's how it's going to work. So it went in here. It's not being pulled out. So is it only because this isn't connected to the right block? Maybe if I have this connected to an inventory, will it pull it out? No, it's not. Maybe the importer has to be configured itself. Okay, so we have to tell it what we want to export. So we can do types of items, fluid, compare damage, no. Compare MAT, no. Alright, so I'm going to tell it to pull out these guys. Maybe that's all it needs to know. I'm going to go ahead and craft another one. It's missing the gold nuggets because they're already in here. Okay, let's place those back in there. We'll try to craft this one more time. Is the gold nuggets not in there? Probably not. Okay. Now we can craft one more. Pull this out so we can craft it. Alright, now we can start it. It's going to craft. And hopefully it works. Should be crafting in here. Don't know why I put 3. I may have accidentally put 3 on the crafting pattern. I'll have to check the pattern. Let's see. 1 printed processor, 1 redstone, 1 printed silicone. So I don't know why it's dumping 3 of them in there, but it's still not pulling them out. So I need to figure out some way to get items out of here. I hope it's automatable. Should be. But the exporter is just not working like I want it to. Let me try again. Where did our exporter go? Well, we may have just lost our exporter. I think we did. But, like I was saying before, it's all trial and error. At least it go ahead and makes it for us. But this thing will auto-craft things for you. And it looks like once it crafts them, it should pull them back out, but it's not pulling out of these. It's not pulling them back out of here. I hope it pulls it out of these chests, but I'll figure that out in a future episode. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I definitely did. Learning how to autocraft. It's very fun, very fast, very efficient, and definitely useful. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click that subscribe button. I'm almost at 100. I was at 99 last time I checked. That's awesome. Oh, there's my importer, or exporter. Well, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and as always, thanks for watching.